Campaign. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I thought I downloaded this already. Looks like we won't be streaming right now. This is the kind of shit I don't understand. I had a 20 gigabyte update today for this game on my PC. I just assumed that that was the campaign. Then I go into the actual game, and now apparently I'm downloading the campaign. I don't know, dude. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe if it gets done in time, I'll be back on. If it takes it too long, then I'll probably just start it tomorrow night. This kind of shit with gaming, dude. It's getting. I just want to fucking sit down and play the game. That's all I want to do. I want to sit down and play the game. That's it. I'm just frustrated right now because, like I said, I had the update. There was an update, 20 gig update. I just assumed it was the campaign. Obviously, I was wrong. Anyways, guys, maybe back on later. I don't know. It depends on how long this takes. This seems to be going pretty quick, though, honestly. We can just kind of chill and sit around and wait on it. Should be a nice, boring stream for you guys for the first 20 minutes or so. Man. So video games nowadays, dude, it's See, and that's the thing. I checked it after my update, and it said play game. Right? Like it said play game. It didn't say update needed or campaign, download, nothing. It just said play game. So I'm like, okay, well, that was the campaign. Must have been the campaign. 20 gigs must have been the campaign. So, but then you have to go into the menu. You have to click on the campaign button in the game to access the download, apparently. Oh my god, I don't know, dude. Sometimes I wonder, man. Like, this is the kind of stuff I run into when I'm playing games. Maybe I'm getting old, maybe it's my old age, I don't know. But this is the kind of shit that I run into now while I'm trying to play games that just frustrates me. And then it just makes me not want to play. I don't have all that much time, man. I don't have all fucking day to play a video game. I don't. I'm sorry, but I don't. I got a job and shit. I got bills to pay. At least I got stupid fast internet, so this won't take that long, but still, man. That's just annoying. And the thing is, it's not like if something like this, if this was the first time that I ran into something like this, I wouldn't be that bothered by it, honestly. But it's like every other game. It's every game almost, dude. I run into some kind of weird thing that I just sit down ready to play. I'm ready to play. Like, yeah, I got the game. Let's, sit down and play. Like the good old days. Put the game in, you fucking play the game. But now every time I sit down and play a game, because I may go a couple of days without playing because I don't have time to play all the time. I got a family. Like I said, I got bills to pay. I got a job. I got things I have to do. And then I sit down to play, and it's like, oh, update needed, or blah, 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 this and it's just so fucking stupid, dude. It's so stupid. It's just frustrating. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I feel like anybody who's as old as I am that's been playing video games as long as I have understands what I'm saying right now. Because I remember when I could just put the disc or the cartridge in and just play. I didn't have to, every time I try to play something, have a new update. So 20 gigabyte update, 10 gigabyte. And it's even worse if you don't have good internet, man. That could ruin your whole night. You could be planning on playing. You know what? I got some free time Thursday night. I've been working my job and got my family. I got a little bit of free time Thursday night. I'm going to get on there and play that game that I've been wanting to play. And then some poor bastards get on there and they put it in, or they don't even put it in because everything's fucking digital now. But they go to play the game, and then they got a 20 gigabyte download, which for some people may not be that big a deal. Maybe you got 1 gig internet, but not everybody has that. There's a lot of people that don't have that. It's just annoying. It just annoys me. I'm tired of being nice about it, to be honest. What time is it? It's almost 7 o'clock already. I know I should have just went to the gym tonight. I almost did too. I almost was like, you know what? I'm probably going to run into some bullshit anyway. I'm sorry, I forget what camera I'm on. This camera. Got it. On this camera. Anyway, I was thinking earlier, I went to go get my hair cut. I was like, you know what? I should probably just go to the gym. Because I was going to skip out. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to go to the gym. I'm going to play some Halo. First day it's out. Everybody's all hyped for it. I'm hyped for it. I want to play the campaign. I'm going to check it out, see what everybody's giving it 9s and 10s, and just see how good it really is. But that thought crossed my mind when I was getting my hair cut. I was like, you know what? I'm almost 90% sure when I get back home and try to play, and I cut on my stream, and I hit record, and I booted up to play it, I'm probably going to run into issues, even though I shouldn't. And I shouldn't run into issues because I, in my head, had already thought I downloaded the campaign, which was that 20 gigabyte update. And after the update got done, it said on the screen, play Halo Infinite. It didn't say download campaign, it didn't say anything. So I just assumed from that, it's like, okay, everything's good. But either way, because I've ran into these kind of issues so many times, I was like, I should just go to the gym. I should just go to the gym, and then when I get done, I'll come back, I'll try to throw it on. Probably won't have time to stream, but I can get it booted up and see if there is any just BS going on. It's some kind of other update or just something that's going to stop me from playing tonight, or like kind of, slow me down from playing whenever I want to play. I almost did it. Almost went to the gym, and I didn't. I went against my instincts, and I should not have done that, because apparently I was right. I mean, why do I have to go in the game? I have to open the game to then realize that the campaign has not been downloaded. I don't understand that, dude. I don't understand it. I really don't. I mean, surely it doesn't. Maybe it has to be done that way. I don't know. I'm not a developer. I don't know. I would love for somebody to answer that question for me. Like, does it have to be done that way? Did they have to make it where you could only update it and download the actual campaign from within the game itself, the multiplayer? Why couldn't they just show me a little thing after I did the update? Show me another little thing, download campaign, something, so I would know. I understand for a lot of people this isn't that big of a deal. A lot of, especially kids that are in high school and people who aren't working, like, I get it. Like, a lot of people, you got all the time in the world for the most part. But man, when you work all day, you got a family, you got other shit you got to do, got to get your hair cut, got to go get groceries. Like, my schedule, I plan out things so whenever I sit down to play, that's what I'm doing. I expect to be playing as soon as I turn it on. That's why I always pre-check stuff, and I make sure, and I'll like, before I cut on my stream, before I boot up a game, I check my updates, I check all that. And I kind of plan it on what night I want to play. So when I run into shit like this, it's not that huge of a deal. I'm already halfway done. So 10 minutes. So another 10 minutes theoretically will be good to go. So 20 minutes out of my night. But that's 20 minutes I'm not going to get back. That's 20 minutes that I'm not playing. And the point is, when you have a busy schedule, those minutes matter. They count. To me, in my opinion, it matters. So look, 343. Not even 343, because this is already done. But game companies, if you're going to do something where you release a multiplayer, for example, and you don't have the campaign out yet, like they've done here, if you have an update, and you have to also have the same day you have the update, the campaign is coming out, so people are going to have to download that campaign. Make sure it pops up on Xbox's or Steam, or where, I don't know if it did it on Steam, but at least on Xbox's thing, and make sure it pops up after they do the update that they also need to download the campaign. Don't make them go into the game, the multiplayer game, the UI, Halo Infinite's UI, right, their startup screen, to figure out that they need to still download the campaign. Okay, I'm done. That's the rant. I'm sorry. I'm done ranting. I apologize. It's just annoying. It just... I'm getting tired of it, man. I'm getting to the point where I'm like, just... don't want to play games anymore sometimes. It's just too much fucking trouble. I feel bad for anybody who doesn't have good internet, dude. Like, and they wanted to... like, and this happens to them. Like, this, you have to understand. You're living rural and you don't have very good internet. This fucks up your whole night, especially like if you're schedule oriented like I am, and you're busy and you got things you got to do. This completely just, I don't know. Anyways, done talking about it. I'm turning on my fan because it's hot in here. Either it's hot in here or I've gotten hot, one of the two. I feel so old sometimes, dude. I really do. Like, I feel like my age is starting to show. because there's so many times I'll be. It's so silly to complain. It's a video game, right? At the end of the day, it really is. But I don't think it's really that bothers me. It's just the time factor and the wasted time. Like I said, I'm very schedule oriented. I kind of plan things out ahead of time. But I just find myself, the more I play games, the more I play newer games, even good ones. You know, I play good games. There's plenty of great games that have come out. But like I said, maybe it's my age showing, but like I really do long for the old days. The 360 days, the Xbox days, Nintendo. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, it's probably just my age. For these young kids now have no idea what I'm bitching about. They don't even know. They wouldn't even have a reference point to what I'm talking about. But if you know, you know. It just used to be a lot easier, you know? Everything was less complicated. Like every game I play now, you get on there, it's like, hey, I want to play co-op with my friends. That's why I got the game. And then they have networking issues, or I've played multiple games this year like that. I can name 2 off the top of my head: Aliens Fireteam and the Dungeons and Dragons game. And that's just off the top of my head. I'm sure that there's been more. I feel like the problem with the gaming right now is like it's just like anything else. When it becomes super popular, super lucrative, you have, from like a standpoint of like one good thing, is you have more video games being made. You have more content being made. Like, that's not a bad thing. But it's partially not a bad thing. So the reason that's obviously the reason it's partially not a bad thing is because there's more out there. There's more, ideas floating around, more things being done. But also why it's kind of partially a bad thing is the quality bar just drops, dude. And it's just so apparent how, and I'm not talking about graphics. I'm not talking about hardware. Like, that stuff is just constantly improved. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about it from the standpoint of making a good quality game at release. You don't see them anymore. You just don't. And not even just that. Making a new concept, a new idea, having something fresh. You don't see that a lot either. We're rehashing how many Master Chief games are there going to be? This is the 6th one. 343 is a prime example. And don't get me wrong, I love Master Chief. I'll read the comics. I got comic books. But my point is like, they had an opportunity to do something different. They had an opportunity to take Halo and the massive universe that it is now and become, from books to comics to anime to just, there's a lot to pull from. They could have done a lot of different things. Could have done a different kind of Spartan, new Spartan, those kind of things. But they chose to make the safe choice and throw Chief's name in there and to stick with that. Because that's the safe bet. That's, that just by having him in there, your people are going to play. And it's just not very conducive. It's just not it's just not original. You're just rehashing someone else's character and idea. There's nothing wrong with having him in the game or doing one game with him, but their immediate response after getting Halo was to do a Chief story. Like, that's their immediate response. And it's so obvious as to why. It's not complicated or complex. It's just, that is the safest option. When they should have really just, be creative. Do something different, But I don't even know why I'm talking about Halo. At least Halo's actually, so far, with the multiplayer, compared to, Battlefield or fucking Call of Duty Vanguard or any of that shit, man. At least it plays good. It's a solid game. This is definitely going to be a better game than either one of those two. And I played the beta of the new Battlefield. That's all I played of it. And I will confidently say that. This game's better in every way. This game's better in every way than Call of Duty. So, and I haven't played the campaign, the Halo campaign, but I'm still willing to say that. Because because Battlefield and Call of Duty fell into the same kind of trap, man. They do what works, and there's just not a lot of innovation anymore. There's really not. Everybody's trying to do the BR thing. Everybody's trying to do their version of it, and it's just like, I don't know. Gaming's just not, in my opinion, it's just not what I've seen it. And like I said, maybe that's my age. Maybe it's because I'm older. Maybe back then I was younger, so maybe. But I'm just, in my opinion, it's just not as good. It's just not. Just the quality of games just is not as good. Period. It's just not. From a innovative standpoint, from a conceptual standpoint, from a new ideas standpoint, any of the games that actually do have new ideas and the developers that do take that step, kind of to the side and everybody's going left and they go right, those are usually your indie guys and they don't get the same kind of funding. See, used to your AAA development teams would do what they do. The indie guys are doing now. They would step out of those comfort zones. They would try new things and they would not be afraid to put the funding behind it. And yeah, they had some flops. I mean, you're going to lose money sometimes, but that's part of making great anything. Whether you're making great movies, great games, great books, writing great stories, you have to be willing to take risks sometimes, and you just find out what works and what doesn't. You don't keep rehashing the same shit just because you know it's a cash cow. Or if you want to do that, that's fine, but do something else on the side. Like Battlefield, man. Like Battlefield. I don't even want to talk about Battlefield. I'm so disappointed in everything that I've seen on it. It just, man, y'all, if you play games, you know. It's just a disappointment, and it's just sad to see because I was hoping that when they came back with a modern shooter, like I was thinking, like, man, yeah, this is their chance. This is their chance to, really do something again, and they fucked it up. And they say, oh, we'll fix it later. It'll get fixed. Blah, blah. I don't care. I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to play it later. I'll only play it later if it's free. That's it. And by then, the game's half dead anyway, so it doesn't matter. No one's, They say, well, Nick, the game's free. It's on Xbox Game Pass. And I love that concept. I love the Xbox Game Pass concept. I think that's great for getting new players into franchises they've never played, like Halo, for example. They don't have to go drop $60. But I'm going to be honest. I would much rather drop $60 on a solid campaign and a solid multiplayer, Halo-wise, or really any game, done how the games used to be done, in a polished state at release, and no networking problems. If networking problems, very, very little, they could fix within a couple of days, not like they have nowadays. I would rather spend that money and buy that game and keep it for forever than get a game for free that barely halfway works. Because once again, it's just wasting my damn time. It's wasting my time. It's wasting your time. That's all it's doing. But anyways, I guess I'm done ranting. I was trying to talk. I don't know. I just feel like ranting because we're waiting on this download. It's almost done, so now we can actually play the game. Now I don't know if I feel like playing the game. What does this mean? Yeah, it's installed. Can I go back and play this damn game now? Okay.